Welcome back. It is in the top right, as you can see, 4-4, first team to 5 win. It's a best of 5 between these two players, and guys, this is something I normally reserve for tournaments that are like a show match style best of 5s or something. But for this one game, I would love if you guys would do me the favor of swapping your colors, your names in chat, the text you have on Twitch to represent the player you're cheering for the team you are rooting for. So guys, in the lower center part of Polar Night, if you are rooting for Invictus Gaming, do me a kindness, change your text color to blue and let me see it, because we've got Invictus Gaming's Jim coming back to win the ace match. But also looking to defend right now, it is the red Terran player, Liquid Taeja. And if you guys are rooting for Team Liquid in chat, it's going to be on a bit of a delay. Go ahead, fly that red. I want to see that in chat. I want to see red. I want to see blue. Guys, show me who you're rooting for in this final match, in this game number 9 of this intense best of 9 that we've had here today. Polar Night is a really cool map to end this out on because, well, Riffic is going to segue. This is my favorite thing to show up on the map. There's a lot of Easter eggs on a lot of maps, but this one is my favorite bar none. Over here by Jim's base, we do have Frozen in Ice, the Lich King. And the question I pose to chat, if you're a WoW nerd, if you're a lore nerd, I ask you, is this Bolvar or is this Arthas? Of course, I guess it's technically Warcraft 3 trivia and nerdness. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's, yeah. I don't know. PvT, this is my personal favorite matchup. Really glad this is what it came down to towards the end of the day. And I'm hoping that, with the delay, I should be able to show you guys who's cheering for who in a second if the chat has agreed to coordinate with Rifkin. But if you guys haven't, that's okay. Cybercore coming up. No quick expand coming out of Jim. A little bit curious what he's going to be doing with this. You do, of course, really need to get that Mothership core out against Terran. It's kind of an essential part of the matchup. And, I don't know. Taeja played it pretty calm, collected home too. No quick commands there. Nothing ridiculous going on at home. Neither player going for cheese, and I gotta respect that for game number 9. It's been a long road to get here, and the last thing you want to do is risk throwing it all away. If you're confident in your macro play, if you're someone like Taeja, if you're someone like Jim, you don't want to give it away with a risky move like cheese in game number 9. But both players taking their expansions. On a map like Polar Night, by the way, the third base is quite fickle, I think is the best way to describe that. As you can come down here and take this base, but it's very open, very exposed. And oh, there we go. Despite the delay, we got some people. I'm going to put this in game here for a second. You guys can see. Rooting for Taeja, rooting for blue, rooting for red. You guys rock solid. Thank you very much for being a part of the broadcast. Oh, I should put that back. We're not done yet. We got a lot of people still cheering. Taeja, Jim, blue, and red, and of course some other colors mixed in. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being such a big part of this. But Taeja, in the meantime, has established the bunker outside of the natural of Jim. And this is going to be quite annoying. He cannot deal with this bunker. I don't know if this will force the Nexus. It may force the Nexus to cancel. There's not enough energy to to overcharge if push comes to shove. But bunkers are going to go buck wild here. Second bunker trying to go down. Stalker going to pick away at it. Nexus is going to get overcharged. He's going to have to overcharge it, guys. You have to understand, this isn't something that he can allow to let go. He can't afford to lose this. It's not going to go down quickly, but neither will that bunker. Canceling the first one. Taeja, all right. It's a good spot. There we go. There's the overcharge. Taeja can just evacuate out of this. He can salvage the bunker, but the big thing was burning this overcharge. This was not the real push of Taeja. This wasn't what he's coming to win the game with, but his follow-up push of probably what will be 10 Marines and a couple Hellions. There's going to be no overcharge available to hold this off. This could actually be incredibly dangerous for Jim, and looks like he did lose a Stalker there. I'm sorry, I was looking at the natural base, just barely missed it. But Taeja, okay, let's talk about what can get on the field. Oh god, he scans that there's almost nothing. There's no tech, there's nothing crazy he has to worry about. He's going to be able to push with just Marines, just Hellions. And the thing is, Hellions are going to deal with the sentries very effectively. Hell, if he's allowed to, he's going to run right past them, go to the mineral line with those Hellions. 4 Hellions will fry everything at them. Well, it might not be a Marine push. Oh, it will be. Oh, the medevac. This is such a clever, this is an old school 1-1-1 type build, and we're going to have, yeah, this medevac probably drop the Marines in the main at the same time that the Hellions run in from the side to sideswipe the natural. And the big thing was, if this Mothership core, like, consider, guys, for 1 second, that bunker did not force the overcharge, it would have 150 energy and be a lot closer to getting 2 overcharges off than instead of barely just 1. But Stalkers are going to be warped in. They're going to try and clean up the Hellions, but they don't even kill anything. Medevac now rushing into the main, knowing that his opponent can't really split his forces. Jim is going to be in a really tough situation right now. If he brings the Stalkers to the main, those Hellions are going to run into the natural, and I think he knows this. This is so many Hellions, and this is a lot of probes that are surely going to die. Taeja splitting his opponent so decisively this early in the game. Okay, going to go for the pylon, I guess. How many workers were killed? Oh, actually, what? I guess some miss-micro going on there. Wasn't paying attention. Did lose his Hellions and got very little for it. That really should have almost been a GG, guys, but I guess Jim holding that quite nicely, or Taeja miss-microing, however you want to look at it. Our Protoss player is still in the game. Taeja is going to go back home. He's got a Banshee following this up. Not a unit you typically see in this matchup. This will actually be pretty cool. I'm sorry, getting so focused on the action, not even paying attention to production. Who the hell is this caster? But we do have a Banshee following this up. No cloak associated with it. However, this is the one unit in the game that is kind of a bit funky when it comes to PvT. He can dance around nicely back here. If he draws the attention of the Stalkers to the side, once again, those Hellions will find opportunity to run into the mineral line. However, last time he did this, the Hellions were not controlled the best. So, hopefully this time Taeja can do a little bit more damage. As again, I really feel he should have almost won the game with that previous push. But okay, we'll try and circumvent the Stalkers. As we see here, Stalkers don't have the best DPS in the world. Army will be driven towards the main, allowing the Banshee to... Oh, actually, overcharge is forced. 3 Hellions can one-shot probes, of course. Oh, how many probes can he kill here? Is it going to be worth it in the end? Can he get one more volley off? No, not quite. Well, I guess he'd need 2, but still. Okay, 12 workers killed. Much better. Significant, infinitely better. Actually, twice as better. Twice as good as that initial push from Taeja. But the big thing you guys got to keep in mind, what Taeja's been doing, this wasn't an all-in. This wasn't him over-dedicating resources. He's actually okay in this game. And we have another unorthodox unit, Taeja, saying, look, you guys might think you know how PvT works, but you're absolutely wrong. I'm going to get a siege tank. I'm going to get a lot of bunkers. I'm going to have Banshees on the field, and I'm going to be prepared to deal with what my opponent sends at me now. Siege tanks have never necessarily been bad versus Protoss, but the thing is, they're ineffective. They're not really cost efficient, so to speak. That's why I see a lot of players dedicate to bio. Widow Mines as well, if you guys don't know, bonus damage versus shields, and ignores hardened shields when it comes to Immortals, but man, with these tanks on the field, what's really cool is Taeja's going to be able to siege up down here and shell away at these buildings with very little repercussion. Same thing as well if he comes in from the backside here, sieges up, shoots the probe line. All he needs is vision. This could be really cool. And I really think Taeja's only built these siege tanks because of the map, not because of the matchup. Of course, Immortals make mincemeat out of siege tanks, and siege tanks have a hard time busting through the hardened shell, but with a lot of Marines and a lot of bios supporting this, I want to see Taeja go around to the side, guys. I want to see him circumvent this. The overcharge is preemptively dropped, and look what Jim's doing. He's already prepared, knowing that Taeja's been split pushing for the entirety of this game. Oh, hold the phone. I missed this entirely. Warping going in on the other side of the field. About 6 workers killed there. Jim getting some pretty good kills. But focusing down the warp prism, Taeja now will be able to put on his own bit of pressure. And here we go.
Your forces are under
Not
attack.
vision. He can't see it. Oh, Taeja, give yourself some vision. There we go. Starts going to town at the working line there when he can. Looks like the main still has not been cleaned up all the way yet, though. A couple zealots still going to town, but not going to finish anything off here. Siege tanks doing a ton of damage to the Stalkers, but sadly not to that Immortal. The Immortal will bust the last couple tanks. Not enough bio here to support this. And Taeja with a really cool move, I guess, got sideswiped a bit. A small amount of bio in a siege tank, though, should be able to prevail. Some great kiting going on the left side, and that one zealot will not be enough to stop this. Mothership core did go down as well, so no overcharge available. And this bio is going to provide the vision that this siege tank needs to keep attacking. There's a couple Stalkers being warped in, but Zealots are what he needs. The Colossus is now coming out on the field, but of course the Colossus does not have extended thermal lance yet. It's going to be hard-pressed to even engage on top of the Marauders, much less that siege tank. And Taeja is going to fall back for the time being. A really cool move out of Taeja, but ultimately I feel like he took a little too much damage at home and really distracted him here on the offensive. But, oh, that Colossus is going to be caught between 2 siege tanks. Bio does focus it down, and these tanks spread out the way they are going to dish out a ton of damage. Marauders trying to kite around these Zealots, but however, they do not have concussive shell. Oh, no! However, this looks to be more than enough to hold on for yet another round. Siege tanks are still going down, but of course, well, not down rather, but low. They will go down if too much more hits them, but Taeja is finding that his opponent is having a lot of trouble resupplying. But Taeja's also kind of that. He's in a really dominating spot right now. This Colossus is one. It doesn't have Thermal Lance. It cannot even push into the siege tanks. My voice is cracking because I'm just trying not to yell too loud. We got that one last Moron. Can I get one more hit off? No. 18 health remains. But the third siege tank comes out onto the field. Zealots do not have charge. Stalkers do not have blink, and there's no way for him to quickly connect with these tanks. Good game is called, and Taeja with siege tanks in a TVP, believe it or not, will secure game number 9 for Team Liquid. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Acer Teamstory Cup for you. It was a lot of fun casting today, and we're going to end the day on some ads, but congratulations to Team Liquid. It got really close. It got really dicey. And with a combination of Banshees and tanks, the two units you never see in TVP, Taeja brings it home.